Dear students, welcome back to our e-learning program. Today, I welcome you in our lecture number 4 in the chapter number 8, that is, as you all know, chapter about reproduction. The title, How Do Living Organisms Reproduce? You have already attended 3 lectures in this particular chapter, and in all 3 lectures which you have attended, in that we have discussed. First 2 lectures were only about some primary information, and we discussed all methods of asexual reproduction. Understood? And as far as in lecture number 3, you are also given that conceptualization of asexual reproduction. Today, in lecture number 4, we are going to discuss sexual reproduction in animals. Especially we are discussing sexual reproduction in human being, to be very specific. Understand? You all know that in sexual reproduction, 2 parents participate, male and female with opposite sex. They both participate in the process of sexual reproduction. Ovum, but you know one thing very well, that for sexual reproduction, because two opposite sex participate in that, it is necessary that their reproductive cell, either for reproductive cell, so many words are utilized. You might be knowing, either I can speak, suppose I speak reproductive cell, then also okay, or I can speak gametes, then also okay, or I may speak germ cells, then also okay. These 3 words can be utilized. Either I speak reproductive cell, or I speak gametes, male and female gametes, male and female reproductive cell, or I may also speak them as germ cells. Now, my dear student, during sexual reproduction, we all know very well that the formation of zygote takes place only when sperm, which is reproductive cell of male, fertilize ovum, that is reproductive cell of female. When the union, I think fertilization or union of female ovum and male sperm take place, due to that union, zygote is formed. So there needs to be some mechanism for the union of both the gametes, or both reproductive cell, or both germ cells. There must be some mechanism required. Understand? and that mechanism for the union of male and female gametes is actually it occurs during the process when male and female involves themselves in either sexual intercourse or mating. During mating or sexual intercourse, union of sperm and egg can take place, but for that purpose, male and female both have got reproductive organs. Male has got reproductive organ as well as female. Reproductive organ of male are testes, in female ovary, understand? But for the external union of these two, male has got penis and female has got vagina. During the mating or sexual intercourse, understand, penis of male is entered in vagina of female, and there during the mating process sperms are released by men, and those sperm fertilize the ovum of female and zygote is formed, which may by further development result in a child. Understand? So as far as sexual reproduction in human being is concerned, we have to discuss in detail about male and female reproductive organs. Understand? First, you are already knowing about one thing, that is testes. We have also discussed in chapter number 7, control and coordination, that testes produce one specific male hormone known as testosterone, which is responsible for development of all secondary sex character in male. At the same time, it is responsible for starting the process of sperm formation, that is spermatogenesis in men. So dear student, today in our lecture number 4, we are going to discuss about male reproductive organ. Okay? Let us discuss today about male reproductive organ. Let me just write the title of the topic which we are discussing today. Male reproductive organ. Okay, we are going to discuss in today's lecture male reproductive organ. Okay, just try to understand, because for understanding male reproductive organ, I think the diagram, if you know, that becomes sufficient to understand male reproductive organ. Okay? Let us just try to understand that simple diagram where the spermatogenesis take place. Understand how sperms are produced, where they are temporarily stored, how they enter urinogenital path, and how they are released during mating in the vaginal, means in the uterus of female. Let us try to understand by drawing some normal diagram of male reproductive organ. Okay, just try to understand and try to draw with me the complete diagram of male reproductive organ. Not so difficult diagram, understand? Let us try to draw that diagram. You all know one thing very well, that male reproductive organ, that is external reproductive organ through which male release sperm, is known as penis, understand, which is actually located in the in the abdominal cavity of men. Okay, let us try to draw male reproductive organ. Okay, just try to draw and understand it. Right. Okay, let us try to draw male reproductive organ. Right, and let us try to understand it. This way, you have to draw the diagram. Okay, and from here, this way. Okay, and then from here actually urinogenital path we have to show. Okay, just let us try to understand this. What you will draw here, okay, this way, right. This is what we are drawing, glans penis actually, understand. Just try, let us draw from here actually urinogenital path will appear, understand. This is external reproductive organ in male, and this is urinogenital path. We are showing the external reproductive organ. Okay, this is what we are trying to show, glans penis actually, right. This is glans penis, the front part of male reproductive organ. Okay, right. Urinogenital path from here. Okay, this is somewhat glans penis. Okay, now this shows here actually urinogenital path from here. Let us show that urinogenital path. Okay, just extend it this way. Okay, just draw urinogenital path. Okay, this way you can show with me urinogenital path. You understood? We have shown glans penis and urinogenital path. Now my dear student, after you draw urinogenital path, understand, one thing has to be very clear in your mind, that actually there is no mention in your book regarding what we can say regarding male semen. Before we draw the parts, what you should understand is that male semen is actually a mixture of male semen is a mixture of secretion from seminal vesicle, prostate gland and sperm. So in male reproductive organ you have to show sperm, understand, as well how sperm arise, as well as seminal vesicle you have to show. At the same time you also have to show prostate gland. The secretion of this all will mix up and form male semen actually. You understood this? So here we want to show here first, as you know, just we are showing urine. First we will show here bladder where your urine collects. Okay. Suppose the bladder we are showing here. Okay. Right. And from bladder you first show this way, urinogenital path from bladder. Okay, it goes this way. Understood? Bladder little this way you show, little smaller. Okay, this is bladder. Okay, this way also you can show. Right? And from here, let us take the turn from here. That sharp turn you have to take from here. Okay, let us show it. This is what we are showing actually vas deferens. Understand? This is what we are showing vas deferens actually. Okay. Just draw with me and try to understand. Vas deferens. Okay. And this vas deferens arises from actually testis here. Let us show testis here. Okay. Testis, and then here one structure you have to show which is actually known as epididymis. What? Epididymis. Make it little this way. Okay. Epididymis, from which actually this vas deferens arises. Okay. This way. So there are some curves. Okay. This is vas deferens actually. Right. Okay. This way you have to show. Just try to understand. Right. Okay, now this is actually, and then you will show here the scrotum, which actually protects. Understood, right? And then somewhat this way. Okay, just try to understand how the diagram actually is. See, we have shown here bladder, and show this bladder this way. This is bladder. You understood this? Right. And then you sow ureter here, this way. Okay. And this ureter. Right. And then actually here you will show the how the union take place. When you'll explain, you will understand it in detail. Okay. Here you have to show one another gland, that is seminal vesicle. This way you can draw seminal vesicle. The from here the secretion actually comes here. Okay, so this you saw in this way, right? Just erase it this way. And here you will show another gland. Okay. Now just try to understand. See, let us just try to understand and let us try to label this. Actually this is, and here you will show some blood tissues also in male reproductive organ. These blood tissues actually get filled, understand, by blood during the mating, understand. So this blood tissue here, and also so another blood tissue here also. Okay, right? Now let us try to understand actually each and every part in male reproductive organ. Okay, chalo my dear student. This is external actually reproductive organ of male which will help in release of sperm, which we can call penis. Okay. The front part of the penis actually, right, is known as glans penis. This first swollen part of male penis is known as glans penis. Just try to understand. This is known as glans penis. Understand? At the same time, this is known as testis. We are taking the side view of male reproductive organ. So one testis are visible, otherwise all know pair of testes, and these testes are protected by a skin cover which is known as scrotum. This skin cover is known as scrotum. Why testes are inside scrotum, that we will understand just now. And this one, let us just make a little more proper. This is known as epididymis. Understand? Let us try to understand. This is known as, okay, let us understand. This is actually called, sperms are produced in testes. This is called epididymis. Okay, where sperms produced by testes are temporarily stored. This is called vas deferens. vas deferens. Okay. Then this one, my dear student, that is called ureter. This is bladder, where urinary is temporarily stored before throwing out. This is actually called, this one is prostate gland. Understand? Prostate gland. This is called, this one is called seminal vesicle. Okay, seminal vesicle. This one, this vas deferens, this path, this is known as urinogenital path. Okay, urinogenital path. You understood this, right? So this is a complete diagram of male reproductive organ, right? Let us show some shading here, right? So that it becomes more clear. This is one another. This is called seminal vesicle. This is seminal vesicle. Okay. This is actually prostate gland. This one. This is prostate gland. This is ureter. Okay. This is ureter. You understood? This is epididymis, that you should mind. This is epididymis. Understand? Let us try to understand the complete function, how actually male reproductive organ works. Let us try to understand. My dear student, pair of testes become active when you attain the age of puberty, around 14 to 15 year. Understand? That's the age of adolescence or age of puberty for boy to become male. Now at that time what happens? Testes become active and they start producing which particular hormone, as you all know? Testosterone hormone. And secretion of this testosterone hormone is responsible for so many processes. But before we discuss about that, I want to discuss one more thing. Why these testes in abdominal cavity of men are protected by scrotum, this thick skin layer which protect the testes actually for the production of sperm. The temperature of the testes has to be at least 3 to 4 degree less than your body temperature. Suppose our normal body temperature around 36 degrees Celsius. So for the production of sperm, that required temperature for the testes is 33 degree, around 32 degrees Celsius, and for that purpose it is protected by a skin layer which we can call scrotum. The scrotum actually provides that optimum temperature 3 to 4 degree less than our body temperature for the process of sperm production, that is spermatogenesis. Okay. So testosterone hormone produced in male at the age of 14 to 15. So it is responsible for so many things. It is responsible for start or beginning of process of spermatogenesis in male, means the production of sperm starts. Not only that, it is also responsible for development of secondary sexual character in male, like growing beard and mustache, growing hair in underarms, understand, growing hair in pubic region, that is around the reproductive organ, understand, at the same time cracking voice, means the voice of a boy as it turns to after the age of puberty becomes cracked, means little thicker voice, understand. Then oily glands also become active and start releasing more oils, which may cause the problem of pimples after the age of puberty. So that is also secondary sexual character. Attraction towards the opposite sex, so that is the one universal phenomenon male and female experience after the age of puberty. Not only that, in male, understand one more thing, that either in dream or in daydream, when he thinks of the opposite sex at that time, erection of penis, understand, and some erection of penis, right, when he daydream or during the dream he thinks of opposite sex. So that is also one of the symptoms, secondary sexual character, understand, which can be seen in male when he attains the age of puberty. You understood this? So, role of the testis you understood. Now, my dear student, each and every organ and their importance I am going to explain in such a way that once you draw the diagram, you are easily able to answer and prepare your short note thoroughly. I explain the role of scrotum. What is the role? It protects the testis. Not only that, but provide that optimum temperature for the spermatogenesis. Testis produce testosterone hormone responsible for all secondary sexual character, and it begins the process of spermatogenesis. Sperms are produced, and these sperm which are actually produced by testes are temporarily stored in epididymis. Try to understand the complete process. What I told, sperm produced by testes, and in male one more thing I should make it clear. In female there is a pair of ovary, but they work alternatively. There is not such case in male. In male, both the testes are working simultaneously at the same time. So sperms are produced which remain temporarily stored in epididymis. Then from epididymis, this sperm travel in this long tube which we call vas deferens. Understood, my dear student? I am showing by arrow. It travel in vas deferens, this sperm, and moment this sperm are traveling in vas deferens, actually what happens? Okay, this sperm need some nutrition and needs some mobility to be motile, and for that purpose they need some liquid medium. Understand? So try to understand, my dear student, that liquid medium is provided by actually thick odorous secretion from prostate gland. This prostate gland actually secretes odorous secretion, sticky white odorous secretion. See, sperm coming here, secretion from thick odorous secretion from uh, this prostate gland and seminal vesicle. See, both, all are mixing here. You understood this? What are mixing here? Can you judge? The sperm, odorous secretion from prostate gland and seminal vesicle, understand, they all unite and form what we can call male semen. Just try to understand. Now semen travels here. So can you understand male semen is made up of what? Just try to understand. Male semen. Now it travels here, understand, in urinogenital path. Why it is called urinogenital path, that I will explain just now. But sperm mixes during its course of path with thick odorous secretion from sticky white, thick odorous secretion from prostate gland and seminal vesicle, and it makes male semen. So can you guess, male semen is made up of three things. Which are those? Odorous secretion from prostate gland and seminal vesicle, and sperm cell will be motile, start floating in that, like you float in swimming pool. Can you swim without water in swimming pool? No. You require liquid medium to be motile and to be mobile. So sperm also needs some liquid medium to be mobile, understand, and become motile, and that liquid medium is provided by secretion from seminal vesicle as well as prostate gland. Understand? Now this male semen, when reach till penis, understand, that male semen consisting of sperm has to be released inside the uterus of a female. How is it possible? So for that purpose, male has got external reproductive organ which we call penis. What happens whenever male desires or think for sex? Actually, the male penis becomes erect. Understand? It becomes erect. As it becomes erect, male is able to enter his penis in the vaginal opening of female, vaginal passage of female. Understand? And after male enters erected penis in the vaginal passage of female, understand, then during this mating process he releases semen, understand, through this glans penis. From here the semen is released in the vaginal passage. Understand, semen is released from here, and this semen consists of sperm. Out of this sperm, because one drop of semen consists of so many sperms, understand, from this sperm, all sperm may not remain alive and are not capable to fertilize egg, understand, but it's a by chance process, as I told you in previous lecture also. But if any sperm unites or fertilize the ovum in uterus, then it results in zygote and child formation take place. Understand? Actually male semen, right, it becomes erect during the sexual intercourse or mating only for the process of entering in vaginal passage and release male semen which consists sperm. Understand? and then if fertilization take place, then zygote is formed, and after the zygote is formed, understand, then as you know, zygote turns into, in which process it pass through? Can you understand? Cell proliferation, cell differentiation, cell distribution, tissue formation, organ system formation, complete body formation, understand, of a human being. So that happens in this way. Understood? So I think it is clear in your mind. And one more thing, my dear student, why this is called urinogenital path? The reason is the male has this path common for releasing urine also and for releasing germ cell also. Male semen and urine both will travel in this common path. That's why it is known as urinogenital path. You understand? That's not the case in female. Female has two different opening. Understand? For the C do not have a common urinogenital path. You understood this? So this is the complete process how male reproductive organ works. You understood this, right? And one more thing, which is not actually a part of your textbook, but I want to explain you that male attains the age of puberty around 14, 15. Understand? No doubt with the process of aging, the erection of penis in male slows down. Understand? With the process of aging. But in female, which we will discuss about female reproductive organ in next lecture, she attains the age of puberty around 12, 13. Understand? But see, ovulation process in female actually mostly ends around the age of 45 to 50, which we call menopause in female. Understand? When the process of ovulation start around 12 to 13 in female, we call it menarche. But when it stop around the age of 45 to 50, that is called menopause. After that, it is not possible for female to become mother. Understand? Right? So try to understand, my dear student, this is regarding male reproductive organ. Okay? Let us just explain you again so that just watch complete diagram. Once you are able to draw it thoroughly, and if you know the role of each and every organ, thing becomes very, very easy for you to understand and implement. Scrotum protects testis and provide optimum temperature for spermatogenesis. Sperm produced by testes are temporarily stored in epididymis. Then they travel in long tube vas deferens, and during its path it meets with the secretion of seminal vesicle and prostate gland and turns into male semen. This male semen will travel in urinogenital path, and external reproductive organ penis helps to release this male semen outside the body. Understand? This is the complete process. As you must know, the most sensitive part of external reproductive organ penis is this front swollen part, which is known as glans penis. Understand? Both in male and female, there are some sensitive part in their external reproductive organ. In male, glans penis; in female, cervix. Understand? The end of the vaginal passage, that we will discuss in the next lecture. But today, our target is to explain you thoroughly about male reproductive organ. Okay, and my dear student, this you need to remember: prostate gland and seminal vesicle, their thick odorous secretion mixes with the sperm and form male semen. You understood this? So this is today our discussion about male reproductive organ. In our next lecture number 5 and 6, we will discuss about female reproductive organ, and then in lecture number 6 we shall discuss about reproductive health in detail. That way your chapter number 8 will complete in 6 lecture as per our plan. Understood? And one more thing, many time and again I should tell you, whenever diagram in biology is concerned, please stick to the textbook diagram as far as possible and try to draw some good diagram. That is a must. Some good diagram is sufficient for understanding, right? And proper labeling. Anywhere ગમે આમ એરો કરી નહીં કહી દેવાનું ureter. You have to be very proper. You should know that which part you are labeling actually. So that's must for that you have to be very sure about. You understood, my dear student? So this is our discussion in today's lecture regarding male reproductive organ. Understand, right? In next lecture we will discuss about female reproductive organ, and we will also discuss at the same time in next lecture about reproductive health. Okay. So my dear student, thank you very much from Bharat sir.